And equally, these rare earth metals, the leverage that China has over all of us with these things is immense. It seems to me. And now, rare earths you can't help. It's just where you are in the world and what you've got under your soil, right? But nonetheless, I had no idea we were so vulnerable in a way to China than it turns out we are.
And I mean, I think it's also been a teachable moment, as they say, for Trump, because he did push tariffs up to 145% on China, and then China just turned off the rare earth and critical mineral and the rare earth processing supply, because they've got a stranglehold on that too. And that was like a trump card.
Yeah, they played it right in his face. It was the most humiliating. I mean, it's amazing to me, for example, that, well, this is the Democrats are bloody awful at this kind of thing, but there you can say this dude went right on a limb, went up to 140%, and they called him on it, and he crumbled.
And crumbled.
That's what happened. That is what happened. Taco. And where are we now with China on those? I get confused because every day I read a different story and I'm confused. We should be rounding up all these agreements right now, should we not?
Yeah, the 90 days is up next week, July the 9th. And we've only got one actual agreement because the China, that's the UK. And when we say agreement, I mean, you know, it's kind of a kabuki deal because there's lots of like blank boxes in there.
Yeah.
But the China one wasn't an agreement, it was a truce. So, you know, we're still at 30% tariffs on China, which is 30% more than, you know, it was. And it could ratchet right back up. It's fascinating to see the global great game that's coming out of this. So China last week announced 0 tariffs on any exports from Africa. 0. Now, it's more theoretical than actual because Africa still mostly exports commodities, which China doesn't impose tariffs on because it wants them. But 0 tariffs on any Chinese goods. It was a very savvy political move. And so it's kind of an American move. It's a Clinton era sort of move or Bush Jr. kind of move. The United States, on the other hand, is getting all China about Africa and going and saying, I want some of your critical minerals. I want some of those rare earths you've got, Democratic Republic of Congo or Rwanda, and so they're kind of, you know, it's a really interesting little role reversal going on in this great game, and Africa is very much a sort of center stage of the great game. I mean, Central Asia too, but Africa it has more critical minerals than anywhere else.
And we just, through USAID, just kicked ourselves in the balls with a big soft power own goal. Again, when you say the great game, it's being played, in my view, by a man who has absolutely no strategic sense at all, is a mad king in so many ways. And if it does end up okay, it will be by pure luck, or it could be pure disaster. And that's what concerns me. I don't think people really don't. I mean, I look at this foreign policy stuff, and I just cannot believe that he's, first of all, he's conducting diplomacy on social media. I mean, can you imagine a previous president tweeting out in all caps to a foreign country, unconditional surrender, ! Without our even having gone to war with them, apparently? Surrender to whom? To what? What on earth is this? Surely they know this man is completely gaga.